Hi everybody. Everybody, I'm back. And today Gina Young is going to show you all how to make mouth-watering oatmeal cookies. These oatmeal cookies are going to have white chocolate morsels going all throughout your cookie. And also we're going to put cranberries in. And not to forget our coconut flavored icing that we're going to top our cookies with. Boy, are you in for a treat. This recipe is absolutely amazing. It's so easy to make and it's a lot of fun. And listen here, it tastes so good. Here's what you're going to need. You will need 1 3/4 stick of unsalted butter. You will need 1 tablespoon of vegetable shortening. Make sure that both of them are at room temperature. 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. 3/4 cup of white sugar. 3 cups of cooking oats. If you wanted to use the quick cooking oats, you can. If you wanted to use the regular cooking oats, that's fine as well, as long as it's 3 cups. 2 eggs, excuse me, make sure that they're large eggs. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and of course your cranberries. Now me personally, when I put my cranberries in, I kind of eyeball them, but if you wanted a measurement for them, use about 1 cup. Okay, so then you will need confectioner powdered sugar, and you will need coconut flavoring so that we can make a icing to go on top of these bad boys. Let's get started. This is very easy. First thing that we're going to do, that's my oven beeping. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. If you haven't preheated your oven, please do so. All right, so the first thing that you always want to do is you need to cream your sugar and your butter. So, over here I have my brown sugar and my white sugar. And we have our butter. Let me scoot some of these ingredients aside. I hope that you all are having a beautiful work day today. A beautiful day today. The weekend is just about here and I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I'm going to have a great vlog for you all this weekend. I'm going somewhere special and I'm going to do a vlog that you all will get to see. All right, so the ingredients that we're going to cream together is going to be our butter, our sugar, and the eggs and the vanilla will go in as well. So, all I did to make sure that my butter was room temperature, I just set the sticks of butter on the counter for about an hour, and they're room temperature. It doesn't take long to get your butter to room temperature. All right, so you need that tablespoon of the Crisco. You have to use it. It's going to give you a crispy experience. It's going to help to give your cookie a nice crispy feel to it. You're still going to have a nice soft cookie, but you're going to have some crisp around the edge and some crisp around the bottom that makes an absolute perfect cookie. Trust me when I tell you this. Okay, so there's our butter. We have our Crisco as well. Let me bring our mixer close so you all can see down into the mixer. In this manner. I pre-crack my eggs because you don't want to put your eggs into, you don't want to crack them into your bowl because there's a chance that you can get eggshells in them. So you crack them into something separate. That way you can make sure that you have fresh eggs and that there's no eggshells. There's the butter and the Crisco. Now we're going to go in with our sugar. Oops, I spilled a little bit of sugar. So what I will do is I'll grab a little bit more sugar and put it in there. Okay, everybody, let's start to mix up your butter, your sugar, your vanilla. And then once you get your butter and sugar nice and creamed, and let me tell you what creamed is. Creamed means, at least this is what my grandma would tell me. When my grandma would be making a pound cake, she would have me cream the butter and sugar with a wooden spoon in a bowl. And she would say, honey, can you mix this? And I'd be mixing it. And I say, is this enough? And she'd say, nope. I say, well, how come? And she said, because I can still hear the sugar in there. And I would be thinking, oh my gosh, like it would feel like eternity. But really, honestly, you know, as a kid, it would feel like eternity. But when you're doing it this way, or you're mixing it with a handheld mixer, or even by hand, it doesn't take long. You do want to mix it until you can't hear the sugar anymore. Okay, so let's turn this on and get that going. Remember that we have the shortening in here as well. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so that everything can get well incorporated together. And you want to go in a few times and take your rubber spatula and just scrape everything down. Just like so. Everything that I make in this kitchen you all can do as well, and it's going to turn out perfect. You hear me? All it requires is a little bit of patience. Hey, listen here, if you can have patience in that kitchen, you're going to have some good food. You hear me? Absolutely you will. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down because this is doing just perfect. What I'd like to do, let's go ahead and lift it up now. And I would like to scrape the sides down. Like I said, you don't have to have the stand-up mixer to do this. You can do this by hand and it's going to turn out as well as this one. Okay? Scrape your sides down so everything can get well incorporated together. Just like this. And we're just going to cream this for maybe another 2 minutes or so. And then we'll put our vanilla and our eggs in. When's the last time you all had a nice homemade cookie? Especially an oatmeal cookie, an ice cookie. Ooh, I can't wait to sink my teeth down into these bad boys. Ooh-wee. Okay, this is beautiful. The sugar is nice and silent. The butter, the oil, and the sugar is well incorporated. Everything looks nice and fluffy. So then we're going to put our egg in, just like so. Put your other one in, get all that goodness down into there, as well as your vanilla. Those of you that are familiar with me, you know I'll tell you to use a certain amount of vanilla and I go way over the measurements. I love vanilla. You have to forgive me for that. Every time I get my hands on that vanilla, I pour extra in on purpose because I love it. I love the flavor and I love the smell. Let's mix this. Let's see, it looks like I need to scrape the sides down just a bit, and then we'll proceed. There we go. That's what you want, baby. We want everything well incorporated. Oh, yeah. Okay, everybody, now to the flour. This is our teaspoon of baking soda. This recipe does not require baking powder, baking soda only. And the flour that we're using is all-purpose flour. Get that well incorporated, just like so. And then we're going to mix our 3 cups of dried oats right on in. Mix it up with your flour and your baking soda. We're going to put a pinch of sea salt in. Just a pinch of sea salt. And really, a lot of people don't understand why someone would put salt in the cookie. It's because it brings out the flavors. Trust me when I tell you this, okay? It brings out the flavor in the cookie and makes it absolutely amazing taste. This right here is the cinnamon, and I like to have a nice amount of cinnamon in mine. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, just like so. I can't wait to share this recipe with you all, in hopes that you all will cook it and let me know what you think about this recipe right here. Woo, this recipe right here. You hear me? Now listen here, this is very crucial. When you mix in this part, I don't want you all to mix this forever. It doesn't take long, because once you start to see everything well incorporated, we're going to throw those cranberries in. We're going to throw those white chocolate chips in. And then we're done. Then we're done. And really, it's that simple. Here's the thing. You can have the kids do this part for you. It's so simple, so easy, lots of fun. Okay? Put it all in there. You can do it half and half if you want it to. You know, a little bit at a time. I'm just going to throw it in there, in hopes that it won't fly all over my face. I know I get silly in here. Let's start it on low so that we don't get a big poof of flour. Just like this. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, let's turn it off. I don't want to mix it too much. You want to be gentle. This is almost like when you're dealing with hamburgers. You don't want to mix your hamburger too much because you'll cause a tough hamburger. That's how it is with this oatmeal cookie. You don't want to mix it too much. All right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit will do ya. All right? Now, we're going to make sure that our flour gets well incorporated. Absolutely we are. Okay? But we're not going to mix it too much. Go ahead and put your, this is 1 cup of my white chocolate morsels. And then I'm going to use 1 cup of cranberries as well. You all never had this before. You better make you some. Absolutely, you should make you some. This right here is definitely something to ride home about. I got some cookies I'm going to take on my trip this weekend. I'm going to pack these bad boys up in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. Absolutely. All right, let's see this here. I'm going to turn it up on high just for a second. That's all we need for our mixing process. This right here, I can mix it with my little spatula. And our cookie dough is made. And it is, I gotta taste it. I have to taste it. I know there's people out there that say, no, Gina, don't do it the raw egg. No, Gina, don't do it. I want to, I will. I will. I always, ever since I was a kid, I love eating the dough, the cookie dough off the beaters, the cake dough. And I still do it today. And I'm still alive. I'm still alive and healthy. And when my kids want to lick that egg, this beater here, I give it right to them and they're just fine. It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay. So, let's take this off. I'm going to show you. You don't have to refrigerate this before you start to roll it out either. We're going to take a teaspoon, just like this, maybe a little over a teaspoon. We're going to shape these bad boys just like this, and we're going to put them onto our cookie sheet. The oven is already preheated, and I'm going to show you all how to make this very quick and simple coconut flavored glaze that we're going to ice our cookies with. Be right back. Okay, everybody, let's get started. So now, take your teaspoon. If you want to make these really big, you can. Look at this, what I want you to see. I want you to see the chocolate morsels going all throughout and those beautiful cranberries. Whoo-wee. Boy, do we have one delicious cookie recipe right here. Look at this. Look at that goodness. Look how beautiful this is. All right? If you wanted to use parchment paper, absolutely you can. Use the parchment paper if you're afraid that they might stick to your pan. And you see, I'm not dealing with them a lot. I'm not rolling them or anything like that. Just kind of grab you some. Just kind of scoop you some up. And do just a little press is all you need to do. And that's it. You have cookies. This cookie dough can be saved. You can wrap it up in parchment paper and roll it up just like the cookie dough that you would buy from the stores. You would put it in the freezer or the refrigerator and you would have cookie dough for a later date. Absolutely. Really, it's that simple. Really, it's that simple. If any of your cookies happen to stick together, because honestly, sometimes that happens. You know, they spread out during the cooking process. If that happens, just let your cookies cool down, and then you take a spatula and just cut them apart. You know, things happen when you're cooking. But I tell you one thing, these bad boys is going to be good. You hear me? All I need is a little bit of ice and milk to go with these bad boys, and I am ready. I am ready to go. Girl, you done outdid yourself once again, Gina. Make sure to tell all of your friends and your loved one about Gina Young and what Gina Young is doing in this kitchen every day. Every day. Every day except for Sunday. Let them know. Let them know. Get the word out there. Tell your friends and family. Check my channel out. Absolutely. Because I have a recipe for each and every person out there that wants to cook something. Everybody that wants to cook something, I have a recipe for you. You hear me? Absolutely, I do. I have the time for you. This, just like this. Now I'm going to do this little pan that I have beneath me off camera, and then we'll throw them in the oven. And then once we get these in the oven, I'll show you how to make this coconut flavored icing that is absolutely amazing. It's so simple, and listen here, it tastes so good. Do you hear me? Ooh, you hear me? I know you do. I know you do. These cookies right here, I told you all in my last video, I was coming back for redemption on these cookies. The last cookies I tried to make, I couldn't save the video and I wasn't able to upload it. These are my redemption oatmeal cookies. That's why they're going to turn out so amazing. They're going to be nice and soft, and they're going to have a crispy outer edge, crispy bottom. They're going to be so flavorful. Do you hear me? My goodness. I'm going to finish doing this tray right here and I'll be right back. Okay, both trays are done. These are going in the oven, and I'm going to keep a nice eye on them. If you're that person that likes a really, really, really crispy cookie all over, then you cook your cookies a little bit longer until they turn to, you know, a darker brown color. But be sure not to burn them. Now, listen here. I like mine much lighter. I want to wait. So once I see a nice, a really vague brown color around the sides, I'm going to take mine out because they'll continue to cook on the cookie sheet for that 5 minutes that you have them on the cookie sheet. Because once you take these out, you don't want to go in with your spatula right away taking them off because you'll break them. They'll tear. They have to literally set a little bit and get a little bit harder before you can take them off of your tray. So I'll let you know exactly how long I cook these in the oven. Okay, now a lot of you have asked me, Gina, I love your little tiny portable fireplace. Where did you get it from? Well, I got it from a place called Home Buys, but you can also find this on Google. It's portable. It has a battery pack, so you don't have to fuss with the cord. And it's awesome. It's like the cutest thing. You can put it wherever you want. If you want to put it on your front porch with you, if you want to put it in a certain room, wherever you go, you can take it along, take it on trips, things like that. It's really cute. But that's where I got it from because I heard a lot of you say, where can I buy mine? Look online and you'll find you one, or go to Home Buys. Coconut flavored icing is what we're going to cover our beautiful cookies with. I have some powdered sugar here. I have 1.5 cups. You really don't have to measure this when you do this. Put your coconut flavoring. If you wanted to use maple flavoring, any flavoring that you wanted to use. But I don't suggest that you use a flavoring that's brown in color like our vanilla was. Because the reason why is because your icing will turn out a funky color. You don't want a brown icing, right? So don't make... Now you can buy vanilla that is clear in color. This here is the coconut flavoring. Get you some in there. All right. I'm going to use a tiny bit of milk, guys. When I say a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. All right. And once any liquid hits this powdered sugar, it automatically turns into a quick glaze. Watch this. Watch this. All you need is a little bit of liquid. A little bit of liquid goes a long way. Whether that would be lemon juice, milk, water. Okay. Now, we're going to put a little bit more until we get the consistency that we're looking for. If you make yours a little too wet, hey, it's okay. Don't worry. Guess why? Because you can always add powdered sugar to it. Okay? It's right here. It smells absolutely amazing. And all I need to really do is make a little bit. Let me give this a taste and see if this is the flavor that I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. Woo, listen here. Listen here. You all never had coconut icing. Coconut glaze. It's the BOMB.com. The bomb.com. It's amazing. I'm telling you one thing. Normally when I make my glaze, I'll put lemon in there. And I thought that was amazing. Listen here. Do it this way. This right here is so delicious. Try the coconut, try the milk. Let me know what you think. This icing right here is going to be amazing on these cookies. See that there? And here's the thing. If you need some more, you can whip up some more in 2 minutes. You know, because it doesn't take any longer than 2 minutes. All right, we're just waiting on our cookies. Our cookies are in the oven and they're baking. And I'll be right back. Our cookies are baking in the oven just beautifully. They've only been in there for about 6 minutes, but I'm keeping a good eye on them. We have beautiful oatmeal cookies. These cookies cook for 10 minutes and I took them out. Like I said, if you're that person and want yours a little bit more crispier, a little bit more darker, then you leave them in, but be careful. Now look here, 10 minutes did me perfect. This right here is going to be one great cookie. Let them cool down, only 5 minutes. Then we'll take them off and we will ice them with our coconut icing. Be right back. Hey, listen here. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Gina Young's channel. Make sure you click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time Gina Young uploads one of these awesome recipes. Let's say a prayer over our cookies. Lord, we thank you for these cookies today. We thank you for your love, time, your mercy, and your understanding. We thank you for the roof over our head and the food that you feed us. We thank you, Lord, for these beautiful cookies. Amen. Okay, everybody, what we have here, I want to show you what your cookies should look like, how nice and fluffy and thick they should be. Look how nice and tall they stand. Look at that bad boy. Hoo-wee. Girl, you are something else in that kitchen. You hear me? I hear you. Woo, look at that beautiful crispiness that we're talking about. You can see the cranberries. You can see the white chocolate morsels. Look at this, crispy on the bottom, crispy around the edges, nice and soft and fluffy. That's what your cookie should look like, right? That's what it should look like. Let me show you another one. Beautifulness, beautifulness. You hear me? Hoo-wee, I promise you, if you make it this way, you will not be disappointed. Now for our coconut glaze on steroids. Hoo-wee. That's the best way I can describe it. This icing, this glaze, whatever you like to call it, is absolutely amazing. This is a cooling rack that I have. the cookies on. And underneath, I just have a cookie sheet that I've aligned with aluminum foil. Look at that. Girl, you better, Tell somebody about me. I dare you. I dare you to tell somebody about me. Let them know all about this channel. Yes, recipes back to back to back. Always promised. Mouth-watering recipes on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Recipes you won't be able to forget. Look at this. Ooh-wee. And this right here, I have to do this. I just have to. Woo! Don't forget to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload these recipes. God bless you all. Thank each and every one of you for watching. I wish you all a great night and a great weekend as well. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you once again. All right, let's give this a try. Put my cookies here. That's it. Let me give you a good visual of everything nice and iced. Look at that. Look at this. You better make you some. Y'all never had these before? Make you some and enjoy. Make them for your loved one. Yes, baby. I'm not playing in this kitchen. I am never, ever playing in this kitchen. Look at that. Look at that. Let's dig in. You all can take the first bite. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I want to be honest with you. These cookies look much better. I told you all I was coming back for redemption. I lost that other video. I couldn't upload it. I couldn't save it. But this one here looks much better. And I bet you it tastes better. Let's give it a try. Doggone it, these things are so good. I'm gonna hurt. Make you wanna smack somebody, they're so good. Look at that, take the last bite, guys. I love you all. Good night. That's a good cookie.